What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
How to Train Your Dragon live-action movie remake first look. Get ready to soar through the skies once again as the beloved franchise How to Train Your Dragon makes its way to the big screen in a spectacular live-action remake. With its enchanting blend of high fantasy, heartfelt storytelling, and the unbreakable bond between humans and dragons, fans of all ages are eagerly awaiting this exciting new adaptation. How to Train Your Dragon is a beloved DreamWorks franchise that has gone on to have 3 animated films, multiple shows, and shorts. With news of a live-action movie already in development, fans will return to Berk much sooner than expected. With Hiccup, Astrid, Toothless, and friends making the jump to live action, there will be plenty of questions. We'll explain everything you need to know about How to Train Your Dragon. So without further ado, here's everything we know so far about the live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. What is How to Train Your Dragon? How to Train Your Dragon, based on the Cressida Cowell novels of the same name, transports us to Berk, the home of legendary Vikings and dragon slayers. Hiccup, Jay Baruchel, is the son of a village leader, Stoic the Vast, Gerard Butler, and he must slay a dragon when he reaches adulthood in order to carry on the family tradition. Hiccup, the gentle dragon, cannot bring himself to take a life, especially after meeting Toothless, a friendly dragon. How to Train Your Dragon is a coming-of-age story that blends high fantasy and family drama beautifully. Throughout the trilogy, Hiccup grows into a great leader, helping to transform Berk from a world where dragons were killed for survival to one where they all live in harmony. The franchise is endearing because it is a true coming-of-age story, following Hiccup from childhood to adulthood and watching him grow at each stage. At the box office, the original animated trilogy grossed more than $1.6 billion. At the Academy Awards, all 3 films were nominated for Best Animated Film. With shows like Ring of Power and The House of the Dragon revitalizing the genre, it makes sense for Universal to enter the fray with its own fantasy project. The upcoming film will retell the story of How to Train Your Dragon, focusing on Hiccup's first encounter with Toothless. If they are successful, we will most likely see them adapt the rest of the trilogy into a fantasy epic. Who are the cast of the live-action How to Train Your Dragon? Although casting announcements have yet to be made, we do know who our 2 leads will be. Hiccup will be played by Mason Thames, the Black Phone, and Astrid will be played by Nico Parker, The Last of Us. The 2 rising stars will don Viking helmets and bring the franchise to life in ways we have never seen before. We will update this section once we get more casting information. There are still numerous positions that need to be filled. Who is responsible for the live-action film? Dean DeBlois, the creator of the animated film, will bring How to Train Your Dragon 2025 to life. We can expect a faithful adaptation of the source material with a few new twists and turns along the way, with DeBlois producing, writing, and directing. Similar to how Neil Druckmann contributed to both the video game The Last of Us and the HBO series. The film will be supported by Universal Pictures, the parent company of DreamWorks Animation. Filming is set to begin in Los Angeles, California on June 30th, 2023. How to Train Your Dragon has a release date set for March 14th, 2025. How to Train Your Dragon live-action plot, what's it about? While not confirmed, the How to Train Your Dragon live-action film is expected to adapt the plot of the first installment, although it is unclear if the entire trilogy will be remade. Hiccup, the son of a Viking village chieftain, befriends Toothless, a silly dragon, in the first film. There's just one problem. Vikings hate dragons, and fighting them is a way of life. Throughout the trilogy, Hiccup's bond with Toothless grows stronger. Whether they are fighting dragon warlords, losing their parents, or searching for the hidden world. DeBlois previously discussed the pressure of bringing the trilogy to a satisfying conclusion in an interview with Deadline. It's relief, satisfaction, and pride, I think, because it's largely the same group of people that worked on all 3 films, he said. It is such a rare opportunity to tell a story in 3 acts and bring it to a close, but to do so in a way that we planned rather than having it go off the rails or suddenly become a bunch of other sequels we did not want. It feels like we kept ourselves honest and tried to do the best we could with the characters. Now that it's done, it's bittersweet because we're not working together on the same projects, but we do feel like it's a feather in our cap, so it was worth the decade. He also stated his desire to jump into different worlds, but added, "I love animation. I never want to leave it, but I have been wanting to try live action for a while. I feel like now is the time to do it, and if I don't, I probably won't. But it feels like a really creatively fertile time for me right now because anything is possible. It is simply a fun place to be." The extended universe of How to Train Your Dragon. With How to Train Your Dragon getting a live-action adaptation, let's take a look back at the animated franchise and how far it has come in such a short time. The entire How to Train Your Dragon universe is presented here in chronological order. How to Train Your Dragon film trilogy follows Hiccup on his journey from a timid child to a strong man. Everyone has seen the films How to Train Your Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon 2, and How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. These stories were released between 2010 and 2019, making them one of the most popular animated trilogies ever. Animated series DreamWorks Dragons. The various animated shows that expand the franchise with episodic stories about the supporting characters and smaller roles within the Dragons universe are a big part of the How to Train Your Dragon mythos. Dragons follow Hiccup and his friends between the events of the first and second films. Riders of Berk, Defenders of Berk, and Race to the Edge are shows that work in conjunction with the feature films to delve deeper into the Dragon's world. They delve into the story's lore, fleshing out Hiccup's relationships with his friends and, most importantly, Berk and its relationship with dragons. Throughout all 3 iterations of the series, there were multiple storylines. Dragons: The Nine Realms is a sequel series set 1,300 years after the events of How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, in which dragons are merely distant memories, legends from a bygone era. In the present day, a group of kids discovers the truth about dragons and where they have been hiding all these years. Dragons: The Nine Realms features an entirely new cast of characters while expanding on the lore established in the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. It is a younger skewing series than the previous film shows, but it is still worth checking out if you want to continue exploring the universe. With its stunning adaptation, unforgettable characters, and timeless themes of friendship, courage, and acceptance, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise has captivated audiences worldwide. With the upcoming live-action remake, fans can expect a new take on this magical world as Hiccup, Astrid, Toothless, and their friends come to life in a whole new way. We can expect a faithful adaptation that honors the source material while introducing new twists and turns under the direction of DeBlois, the creator of the original animated films. With a release date of March 2025, the live-action remake promises to be a cinematic event that will captivate both longtime fans and newcomers alike. So get ready to embark on another thrilling adventure, this time involving dragons and humans in an extraordinary story that will leave us breathless and yearning for more. Well, that's it. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views and opinions in the comment section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on upcoming movies from us, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you at the next one.